fellow drawing fanatics or early starters and interested in Christmas baubles. I thought spheres would be a good tutorial, for want of a better word. See if I can convey some wisdom on this. I've started this collection of baubles with using quarter, which I thought was a good way to just map it out. You don't have to, you can do it freeform, but I thought this gets rid of that blank page panic at the beginning. And so here we go. So first of all, we've got a bunch of discs which are very flat and empty, and so we need to bring in a bit of perspective. So this is your typical blank ring that could be see-through. And then by putting in the curves or maybe some shadow, we start to build some shape and some solidity to the creature. Also, you find a lot of discs in this with the topper and the hanging mechanism, and that's bringing in a little bit of perspective. So as you tilt a disc like a dinner plate over, you get this ellipse. That would be a sort of severe one, and that would be less of an angle. And so it's all about watching and looking and interpreting with the pencil what you're actually seeing, not what you think you're seeing. Another little pointer is the little tops of the hangers are like cylinders. And a good way of doing that, rule of thumb, is to find the angle of the ellipse of the top and then mimic the idea of it underneath. You can do it quite lightly, and then when you join the two, you notice that that becomes your cylinder. So just sort of some fundamentals of perspective really come into play. So let's see what happens with these. We have different surfaces on these. We've got highly shiny ones, smoky ones, and some sort of jaggedy, sparkly ones. So jaggedy being the light reflecting on them quite jaggedly. I'm going to sort of play with little porcupine kind of triangles as the light hits those hard edges. That might work. Maybe put a few on the edge, soften the edge as it catches the light there. Suddenly you get a sense that you've got a rough surface there. So the general shape of these, they have these collars, these hanging mechanisms. So you can look closely at what we've got here. And where they exit, I think they have a bit of a collar. The red goes right into here, and then you have, I mean, I don't know, I have to look myself, so let's see, and then we put in a little detail as we go. What's the angle of that ellipse on that cylinder? And I might not have it right this time, I might be way off. But we do it anyway, and constantly you can go in and correct. And that's the hanger there. So this one also being jaggedy, it has some shadows of light and stuff, and just let your eye go along the lines of the shadows, and it will formulate this bowl for you. Now I've not looked at it very closely here, and I've gone astray. If it doesn't look like what you're doing, it just means that you haven't interpreted what you're seeing. You presumed something. And also when you begin to draw something, you're really finding out about it. You're not really familiar with it. why would you be? So just allow yourself to make a bit of a soft mess at the beginning. I mean, that'll do for now. You can hone that up. Constantly correcting, putting in a little more detail maybe. And we'll leave that one for now. It needs more work, I think. But what's this one doing here? This one is coming around behind. I've got this sort of ball in the wrong place, so I'm going to have to use my imagination a little bit on where things go. And we know that that is a bit dangerous in a way because I don't really know. I have to look. Here's a tip of pushing that line behind this one. Just darken it a little bit and it'll pop behind. This is a line that you could get an eraser on or something to get rid of that little guideline. But I don't really bother with erasers that much. Just becomes part of the process, part of the drawing, I think. It's quite nice. Put a bit of shadow in there. So this one's a sort of a soft smoky one. You could even smudge it with your finger. This one's a bit more jaggedy, jagged. So it's not instantaneous at all. It's a process. It's all a little journey of exploration, and you go as deep as you want. And also, it's not about getting it exactly right. You can take a photograph of that. But the more you know the piece or the subject matter, the more you can put your own interpretation on it, and it still has that fundamental recognizability, shall we say. So this is another prickly one. One. So you start putting in little indicators of the texture of it, little sparkles maybe, and also the shadows. And this one is way back behind there. Start putting in shadows of ones behind when you feel like it. You don't have to wait for me. Another one there. Just using that weight of the pencil. Get some dark shadows, just pushing it back. This is the pencil I use, the Staedtler Lumograph. 3B, 4B, perfect for me. That's what I enjoy. It gives you a little softness in the graphite so you can get some dark and light stuff happening, which is what turns me on. I like that. So this one, we've got another collar here. Got to learn sort of how that sits again. Different angle. Different look. can refine that as we go. And this one is a shiny surface, very traditional looking bauble. Probably has some very bright lights on it. So we have some sharper angles, sharper pencil. See how that goes, but all the time checking in, because it's very tempting to just sort of presume what's there. And that's when I tend to lose the convincing drawing or the recognizability of something. So here we go, we're trucking along. I hope that gives you some fodder for help in your exploration of Christmas baubles. I'll just do something more here. We've got another one of these smoky ones coming out here. And as you get to more comfortable and you get to know what's going on here, you can start expressing things a bit more strongly. I don't know. This one's one of those sharp-edged, glittery ones. So I hope that helps and sends you on your way to good bauble drawing. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.